Even automated ARVs get it wrong. This one showed a 50% discount, but once we dug in, the square footage was off, the rehab budget blew up, and our real offer still came in 50 grand under list. Let's get into it.
Let's start off with this first one. Listing that's on the market, got on the market um, less than a week ago. But something interesting says that it's worth 375. So we're going to run it through the system to see what is really up and how it's that much compared to the value of 205. Oh my Jesus. That a little sticky note went away for me. There? Yes. Anyway. We'll worry about it another time. So let's get this property back up. So first look at the location, 1 mile distance around it. And then we'll also look at age and everything. So first thing is they've had this house since 55. Wow. I'm surprised they actually have anything left on it. 1970 was when they bought it. 1955. So do a 20-year block around that. And then square footage is 2146. 2146 times 1.2, which gives you 20% above. And then I don't know why I should get this up to 146 times 0.8. 1716. Well, 16 properties, probably pretty working properties, pretty good. On the qualifications, let's look at 6 months. You got a few properties still there. Nothing really nearby, too closely nearby, but we'll take the 50% above what the average is, which is 237. 237 on the price. Anything above it, I get just the remodeled properties or ones that have a decent ARV and get an idea what the value is there. So days on market 65 for the properties on market and sold. Price per square foot 134 times that square footage we had earlier. 246. 287. I mean, not that number. Again, let's see what they say. Work comparables around here. They're coming up with that number somehow. I don't know how they're coming up with that one. So just do a little bit of reverse math. 378,000 divided by the square footage. 176. That's going to be pretty prime. There's nothing that we see that's at 176. So that's definitely off, but you're still getting a pretty decent one at 135. So anyway, let's run it through the deal check. This would be a flip, ideally. Square footage is a little higher. Let's see here. I've got for square footage. That might be the difference. It's got some finished basement, maybe that's they're accounting for. Yeah, that's what it. Just got a detached building with 2 additional garage and a shed. One square footage is off. I wonder if it's just finished basement that they're not accounting for. Yeah. The total is 2146. Finished basement. I don't know. It's not clear here. So they must have some finished basement finished. Let's see here. Do a quick run through. That might be something that they have it added on. That might have been a room that was not finished. You know, a little wet spot right there. This all looks like it's been fixed too by a photographer. Anyway, that might be the square footage that's not accounting for. So I'm not seeing a basement. I see possibly 2 units on here. I know they've got this might be a electrical generator, maybe. That was really big for a unit, especially when you have one right there. So anyway, let's go back. So if it is truly 2,600 square feet, that changes things. It definitely did have a nice little listing to it that failed. Um, Flat fee guy, 2,600. Yeah, I'm not sure how they come up with that square footage. Um, so we'll just see. We'll just see what it looks like. Still check pretty close to our number that I was at 135 times 21. Yeah, pretty close. So we'll just go with that. Um, Save that. So this would be was truly interested in this property. This would be one that I would call the agent and ask about the square footage discrepancy. Um, but anyway, um, so buying it for 169, worth 289, just for argument's sake. And then what we got to do on the house though? Doesn't say anything about the roof. Oh, here we go. Septic 3 years old, roof S10, HVAC 10 approximately per seller. So it may not need a roof. So anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to default to the 2680 on square footage, just to be conservative. 25 a square, 67,000. 67,000. Yeah, this is just a quick on the back of a note sheet card calculation. So right now we're at 81% per our holding cost and all that kind of good stuff. So we need to get less. So this would be a 134 offer. Gotcha. Okay. So this would be again a situation where it's definitely not as priced well as it needs to be. Um, it may not take the full 80 or 67,000 square feet. But I mean, again, it's going to be all flooring, all paint. Even though it says it's got a new roof, you got a leak right there. So some repair has to be done. I'd probably remove this little pencil thing and open it up a little bit more. But again, that's just getting into the weeds. It's a very long kitchen area too. Closet, you got a bath, bedroom. This was built in 55, so electrical might need to be updated too. And it's all that paneling on that side. You got some water damage there somehow. I don't know what it is, but that's pretty typical for mold and mildew. Um, it's a cute house up front. Backyard's not too bad either. So yeah, that would be kind of where I would be at on this one. Would be 135, 134, 200 all in. And then again, depending on that square footage could change this as well. So if I'm at a square footage of that 2,600 that it's showing, um, 351, that's hard. Let's go back to these real quick. Yeah, you're not getting anything outside of that square footage, but my square footage is a lot lower though too. So let's say for argument's sake, getting a bigger house. I'm going to update that. You've only got 2 sold there. This is pending at 28,280. This is open door, womp womp. Finishes are not too great. But the updates they did do on it. And this one was sold. Ooh, this got sold for a good price. 2,900. And then again, your HVAC's about the same as it was before, that 137. Yeah, they did a good job with this one. Nice and open and everything. So yeah, this is kind of a maybe. You got to figure out the square footage on this, and you've got to figure out what's going on with the roof and this water damage and all that. It does definitely need to be updated because it's probably not been updated since 1970. Some of these flooring might be able to be salvaged. Um, the flooring in the living room, that looks like it's been a newer flooring added. I don't know why I think that. It's all this time needs to go, which ain't going to be cheap either to demo all that. Kitchen's been updated, but I don't like it. But anyway, that's what we're going to keep it at. We're just going to keep it at 290 for the valuation price, and you had to be all in at 200 to be at that 70% ARV. So there is that.